How are you this morning, ma'am? Just checking out what you've got going on with the signs here. I saw you guys when I drove by for my appointment, and they made me wait forever and a day to get in. So, save our jobs. Stop racism, discrimination at all levels at the VA. Stop racism at OKC VA. And on the back, stop unfair treatment to blacks, females, and veterans.
Yes.
Okay, tell me more. What are we doing today? Obviously, we're protesting.
We're protesting the unfair treatment that I'm not. First of all, I want to say that I'm not a disgruntled employee.
Okay.
After 30 years of service, I have not got no justice. I got fired because of he say, she say stuff. No allegations were found. So how are you going to fire me after you got no evidence that I did anything wrong? I have worked for many agencies. Never have I got a write-up, any kind of disciplinary action put against me. So you treat me unfair. You promote Caucasian. Somebody been working there for 5 months. Their brother works over at HR. They get promoted from a GS5 to an 8 supervisor job with nothing. Never served in the military, nothing. No, you cannot tell me he got VRAN because he did not. Now he sits in getting ready to be promoted to a GS11. How far is that? We got no promotion in there, especially for the black African-American females.
So you feel that there's discrimination, racial and sexual discrimination, gender-based discrimination as well, taking place here at the Oklahoma City VA Health Clinic?
Correct.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I have filed a sexual harassment case. It got nowhere. This Christopher Velasquez said that it was going to be a change when he got here. There's no change. The same thing is going on that went on when Dr. Darnell was here.
And who's Dr. Darnell?
He was the interim chief before Mr. Velasquez came. I could put up a parking garage. I'm going to bring a clip tomorrow of what happened when you had Dr. Hyde here and Donna DeLise here. What happened to that money? The taxpayers deserve to know. You told us in a town hall meeting that people were going to jail behind that. Nothing happened. What they do in the VA system is promote them to another job, out of sight, out of mind. Just like Cal Inhofe. He still works for the VA.
So they just basically shuffle people around.
Yes. But when you become a label as a troublemaker, that's when it all starts. Don't go to whistleblowers, Office of Accountability and whistleblowers, because they don't protect you. That's a lie.
So things like the Federal Whistleblower Protection Act and things like that?
Yes.
EEO office won't call you back. You can't file an EEO for anything. No one calls you back. No one emails you back. I think they just, in the last couple of months, put a new person in office. But it's been going on consistently for the last few years. You cannot get anyone to help you in the EEO office.
Okay. So I see you're making some more signs over there. Can I get a shot of the signs you're making?
Kind of fell down.
Okay, well, let's get a shot.
The union won't help you.
So that's Black Jobs Matter, Stop Racism, and let's see.
AFGE is the union. They don't help black people. They help white people. All of them have been in office for many years. They need to shut it down and get some new people in there that want to help everyone, not just some people.
Okay.
Mostly white people.
And what about other groups of people, other ethnicities, immigrant groups? There's a lot of foreign people that work at the VA.
Yeah. I have a friend that filed an EEO. She could never get anybody to call her back. That's why I said that. She's Asian. And call her back or email her. The union wouldn't help her. They do just enough to make you think they're going to help, but they're not.
Okay. So speaking of Asians, are you familiar with the term the bamboo ceiling? kind of like the glass ceiling for women. They have the term the bamboo ceiling for Asians. That Asians can reach a certain level professionally, but they don't reach into management positions because of that. Like you'll see a lot of like Asian, Southeast Asians and South Asian doctors, but you don't see them move into management positions.
And this particular young lady made more money than the supervisor with a master's degree, and that's when all the stuff started for her. It's always about money.
Okay.
If you're making more money than them, or you have more knowledge than them, they become afraid that you may take their job. It's just.
Well, do you think it's more about the money, or is it about the power and the influence and the positional authority aspect of things?
Some of that.
Because there are definitely people in there that because of their job and what they do, they'll make a lot of money, but they're not in charge of people per se, or they're not department heads and things of that nature.
Right. I think it's a little of both.
Okay.
And I think that people that work hard and come up through maybe you started out as the GS3 and you work your way up in the system, and they want to know, how did you get a certain job? Mm-hmm. Well, because I learned the things I was supposed to learn to get that job. I've spent many years in the system doing what I'm supposed to do.
You met the requirements, and there was a meritocracy in place, and if there were veterans preference issues, you met those criteria as well.
They have people who are not veterans on veteran preference in this hospital.
And that's a big no-no, and that should be reported to the proper, through the proper channels, and retribution should take place.
When you do whistleblower and do congressionals, have them look at it, it's swept under the rug.
That is unfortunate. So you're definitely on the side that discrimination is taking place, both racial discrimination and gender-based discrimination, and that's basically what you're out here for today. And as I've seen through the course of the morning, the group of people has grown over the course of this morning.
The other thing is too, there are police officers. As far as veterans, I am a veteran.
Okay, well, thank you for your service. Right back at you, one vet to another.
And they pull people off camera, rough them up, and then say they didn't do anything. They manipulate the cameras and what they pull off against veterans.
Are you talking about the VA police here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That is something I was unaware of. Very sobering to hear.
Mm-hmm. And they traumatize women veterans with MST.
Military sexual trauma, for people that are unfamiliar with that term.
They transport you, they strip your clothes off of you and put you in pajamas, handcuff you at your waist, with your hands to your waist.
Okay, that's when, basically shackling, they have a chain around your waist and your handcuffs are attached to the waist chain. And
transport you with a male officer, but when you're in the ER somewhere, they have a female that sits with you, when they could have easily sent that female along with you guys to where you're going, and they in turn traumatize the veteran again.
Okay, so anyone that's been in the military and has done detainee operations, we would know those are all big no-nos.
Where are you going with this?
Well, basically where I'm going is that they're doing these VA police officers doing things that we as veterans, when we were serving, we would never do. Completely unacceptable. Would you agree?
Are you posting this to YouTube or Facebook or anything like that?
Yes. No, to spread awareness of what's happening out here.
Oh, wow. Where you work?
I don't.
You're a veteran, retired veteran?
There you go. I came out here this morning. I had a dental appointment. I drove up this way, saw you out here with your signs, and I was hoping that, you'd still be out here whenever they got done with me. My appointment was at 9, and look what time it is by the time I got back out here. So that tells you something about, the wonders of the VA healthcare system. But, things are a little backed up due to the COVID.
We probably could tell you a lot more stories
Yes.
about what goes on here.
I have some real hard evidence.
Yeah.
How the treatment of the veterans are done in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
it's sad.
Well, that's what people need to know. People need to know about it.
It's sad. It's really sad.
Yeah. So there's a sign, save our jobs, stop racism and discrimination, all levels of the VA.
Yeah, they need to. They really do. That's the thing you need to take right over there. The man over there, talk to Mr. Lee.
The director sent someone out there
So has anyone
out here
Mhm.
to ask us if we wanted to talk to him. When if he was in the building, why didn't he just come out
Himself.
Right.
and say, "Hey guys, what's going on?" Because he don't care.
Yeah. Now, has anyone from inside the facility, have you been harassed or hassled or asked to leave or anything like that?
I know the law. The law says the sidewalk belongs to the city. There's nothing you can do about me being on the sidewalk.
That's here for Amendment 1, correct?
That's
It's a
right.
beautiful thing.
That's right.
It's a beautiful thing. So, I absolutely support anybody's right to get out here and express themselves and utilize their First Amendment rights. That's what you're doing. That's what I'm doing. And, as veterans, we fought for that.
That's right.
The union drove out here, and the director's secretary, they creep from around there in a cart where they pick up patients in and bring them around here to check in.
Mm-hmm.
But they never said anything. They just doing surveillance like that.
Keeping an eye out. Keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Well, that's a thing. That's a thing. People do that. So, I'm just going to check out these signs over here. Well, that looks just like this other sign. Man, you're styling and profiling with the Louis Vuitton mask. I like it. That's Ric Flair style. Woo! Styling and profiling. Old school. Stop nepotism, unfair treatment, save our jobs, OKC VA. Shellback anchors away there, Salty Sailor.
Yes, 26 years.
26 years. I didn't do that long. I did 5 years in the Navy, 4 on submarines and 1 on a carrier.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So we're trying to bring attention to the abuse of authority at the Oklahoma City VA. We got supervisors filing false reports against the medical record lead clerk, claiming that he stole a file filing cabinet, moving them in a hostile work environment, workstation that is too small for him, contaminated with sewer water, trying to break it in spirit to get rid of it.
Now, what was contaminated with sewer water?
My workstation.
Your workstation was contaminated with sewer water.
And my supervisor forced me to move into a desk that was not cleaned out, just to belittle me in front of my staff.
Wow.
So this was brought up to upper management. They decided against me. They didn't want me working anymore. And also bring awareness how this VA discriminated against older VA employees. They're trying to get rid of most of them, bringing in younger employees, pay them at a lower wage.
Okay, so age discrimination as well, also completely unlawful and illegal.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But hopefully we're trying to bring awareness so equal justice be applied to the board all the way across, regardless of race, creed, or nationality. This is what we want at the VA. Because every veteran deserves fair treatment and be shown highly respect.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir. All right.
I want to bring it up too. That this VA is shipping out veterans' records without having an inventory list in the boxes. So you don't know how to recall them. Anybody can take a record out of the box and you never know where it is. They shipped out over 200,000 records without having an inventory list. These records also have not been inactivated in the veterans' record, so they don't know where they are. So this is the problem. We have a release of information department that's over 5 months behind in processing veteran requests. Some of the requests have been thrown out. Or they're telling the veteran they have not received a request. This is a problem to me because those are my family that I served on active duty with. This needs to be made aware of, not only to all the veterans, but to the Secretary of Veteran Affairs as well.
That is very serious. These are, they're medical records, correct?
These are medical
records. HIPAA issues. If these things become lost, misplaced, somebody finds them, and just VA claims, disability claims. The people, veterans that get lost in the system, trying to get what's coming to them, basically, that they've earned, and wow, I'm just speechless at all the ramifications that could come from that.
This is because the director want to get that space so quick, he's not following the procedures.
Yeah, the importance of procedural compliance. One of the things that we in the Navy used to live by.
Amen.
Amen.
I believe in knowing where every veteran record is at all times.
Accountability.
That's the number one thing for every employee to be right here.
And we owe it. We owe it to our vets.
Taking care of our veterans is a priority. It always has.
Yeah. We owe it to them because we as a country we owe our veterans so much, and to shortchange them, it's unconscionable.
And we also need to bring awareness to when we have African American females. We have a department that majority minorities now. Their PDs have been downgraded. It used to be the supervisor GS11, been downgraded to GS8. We had other positions been downgraded to GS6. These are all because most of them majority African American and other minorities. Since I've been here, when it's on the other foot, when you have more European, the majority European occupy that position, the GS7, 6s, and the supervisor GS11. The world needs to know this must stop, and we need to support every supervisor, regardless of race, creed, or nationality, because we all serve this country with great pride.
Thank you. Appreciate you bringing this to people's attention. I hope more people find out about this, and that people are able to see what I'm doing right here today.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming out. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Was that young man over there a veteran as well?
No. Going to be soon, though.
Going to be soon? Joining up? Which branch you thinking about?
Air Force.
Air Force? Chair Force? Well, I don't know. Well, hey, even in the planes, the pilot has to sit in a chair, right?
That's right.
Yep. No, I wear these goggles, and when I joined up, I didn't have a degree in anything, so Air Force wasn't an option for me. They wouldn't let me fly, so I did the next best thing and did submarines.
Oh, okay.
So that was my route. So.
He's a well-rounded sailor.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. No, that's what I tell people. If I have kids, well, when I have kids, it's Air Force or Navy for them. I later made the worst mistake ever and went over to the Army and did some active duty time there, and I'm not going to say I regret it, but I do. I'm able to compare and contrast from personal experience, and there are it's a different experience, but we all serve America. It's the greatest country in the history of the world, and the only one there should be, and all of our veterans deserve our respect and our admiration and our gratitude. And your stories today show that that's not the case in some cases, and we need to do something about that. So thank you for coming out here today and doing what you're doing, and I hope that we're able to spread the word.
Thank you very much for coming out and taking your time.
Okay, I hope some people see this and come out and join in, or share the video or whatever.
So you're gonna be out here every day from 7 o'clock in the morning till 12:30.
12:30, as in noon and a half, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, you heard it. Every day, 7:30 till 12:30, noon and a half. Because hey, people got to go have lunch, right?
Yep.
All right, take care.